If you look at, and this is an actual example of a mangrove area in Thailand, which was planned to be converted to a shrimp farm. Okay, so the logic for that was, the economic logic was that, oh, it'll make a private profit. It's worth something like $9,000 per hectare per year of private profit. But if you leave it as a mangrove, then all that will happen is it'll provide some degree of fuel wood to the local communities and maybe a few fish, worth probably about $600. So it looked like having the shrimp farm by destroying the mangrove was a great idea. But when it was researched a bit further, it was found that of the $9,000 of profits that the private company would make, in fact, $8,000 was just subsidies. So it was, if you like, a free gift from the government to the private company. That doesn't count. And then further, when the economists looked at the value of protection that the mangrove forest provided to the coastal community which lived there, they found that that number was something of the order of $10,000 per hectare. So instead of it being a private profit of $9,000 and a mangrove providing us just $600, the reality was the mangrove was providing a combined value of public and private wealth of more than $11,000 per year. And in fact, the shrimp farm was losing $10,000 because you were losing the actual services of the forest, of the mangrove forest. And of course, your profits were not real profits, they were just subsidies. So this is what happens when you go deep into what is actually happening and you make up your mind that, look, just because it's public wealth, I'm not going to ignore it because it's worth something to somebody. Then you come to a completely different answer. So you don't trade off. In this case, you would not trade off a mangrove forest for a shrimp farm if you did your economics properly. And that's the mistake, because our economics typically looks at trade-offs only in terms of private profits. That's a mistake, because that's not what wealth is about. Wealth is both private and public wealth.